This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Trade.
Here we go. The Cairns Taipans are back in action here against the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Now, it's been a while since we've seen the Taipans, but the last time they were out, as long ago as it was, they did look impressive considering the outs that they've had. So they've still got those outs. That's why I'm going to go with Southeast Melbourne. It looked like they've just bounced back, albeit a little bit of a hiccup at times against the Jack Jumpers. They still managed to pull that one out, and I've seen enough to think that they'll get over the Taipans here. But there's not enough value in the head-to-head market. The one that I want to look at here is Cairns at the line. That 9.5, I don't mind that because no matter how far they get down, they still find a way to manage to fight back, but they force a lot of turnovers, and in games like that, the over usually hits. It's going to be high-paced action. Enjoy it, and most importantly, gamble responsibly.
Yeah, I'm back in, I'm back on. Stand up like backbone, I'm beast mode, I'm so strong. Go hard and go on. No stopping, I can't stop. High wheels, never lose. Always win, let the games begin. Go hard like game day. Straight back down the floor, and it's game time like game day.
Hello everybody, wherever you might be, right around the world, and welcome to Hungry Jack's NBL Tuesday night action to Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Not their traditional home court, but home nonetheless, and they take on the Cairns Taipans, who remarkably we have yet to see play in 2022. Cam Luke, Corey Homicide Williams, Liam Santamaria on a Tuesday night. That promises to deliver a ripping contest, although teams have been a little bit weakened with some late outs, including a developing story around the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. There's Brandon Ashley. He was great at his debut against Tassie on Sunday. As well, look at the DoorDash starting five. Hungry? Fire up DoorDash and order your game day essentials now. Liam Santamaria, there's a fairly big out when we talk about that lineup.
There sure is, Cam. Good evening to you. And look, I'm looking forward to this one in Gippsland, Regional Victoria. And no Joe Chi in the starting lineup for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Still on the score sheet, feeling unwell, and we're hearing unlikely to play.
All right, Pete Hawley is the fourth member of our commentary team. He is courtside as he joins us. Pete, what's the latest with the big fella?
Yeah, fellas, Joe Chi arrived at the game ready to play, and then before even getting changed, started to feel unwell. The reports are coming out that it's gastro, and then he's just got worse over the last couple of hours. He's not out here, not expected to play, so more opportunity, more minutes for Brandon Ashley. Dane Pinot's role is going to increase, and they've got plenty of depth to make sure they can cover his void.
Thank you, Pete. As he just mentioned there, Brandon Ashley debuted, had 11 boards in the game on the weekend. Dane Pinot, of course, missed so much last year with that back injury, but they do have some depth to cover him.
Well, this is why they signed Brandon Ashley, to have this kind of depth in the 5 spot. Simon Mitchell called it a three-headed monster after the game in Tasmania the other night. And you're right, Brandon Ashley was pretty good. 11 boards, he got after it on the offensive glass, couple of blocks in not too much court time the other night. So he'll start. Dane Pinot off the bench.
All right, and that's going to be interesting as we continue to watch it. Let's have a look at this Cairns Taipans team as Homicide we have not seen in 2022, which is the way of the world we currently live, all thanks to DoorDash. There's that crew, no Machado, no Quat Noi as well leading into tonight.
Well, you know what? They have Tahir McCall. He's been playing great basketball since joining the lineup. Not only in the lineup, but this team. But Majuk Dang has been flat out balling over the last 2 games. 23 points versus Adelaide, 27-7 versus Perth. And there you see the numbers over this last 4 games. That's all they had played pretty much this season. 15 a game, 5.8. You see the numbers, 1.7. But more important, Mr. Zimmerman is coming to play in this game, and I'll tell you this right now, without Joe Chi, I think he's going to do some damage.
Well, he's leading the league in rebounds, Steven Zimmerman, averaging a double-double. Here's what he said when he signed with the Taipans. My agent was talking to me about playing the NBL for a different team, which we've since found out is the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They then signed someone else, which of course was Joe Chi. In my mind, that's absolutely fantastic because now I'm going to destroy that team. Well, he doesn't get the chance to go up against Joe Chi tonight, but he does get the chance to go up against the Phoenix. Let's see how he goes.
Is he going to destroy that team, being the Phoenix Homicide?
I think he is. I think he is.
12 points, 11 boards on the year for the big fella. Leads the league in rebounds, as Liam said. And he gets an opportunity to take on a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix team. If you are just joining us, developing story. Joe Chi looks like food poisoning has worsened as the afternoon has continued. Pete Hawley telling us only moments ago, and will not suit up tonight. as the Phoenix try and continue what has been a nice start to the year.
There is big Zim. We talk about that Cairns starting lineup. It's big. This is how they rolled out, pretty similar to this against the Wildcats on New Year's Eve. Zimmerman, Pinder at the 4, Majukdang at the 3. It's a big lineup. And Keanu Pinder, how well does he go up against Mitch Creek, the third leading scorer of the competition in these first few minutes?
And a man, as you mentioned on NBL Overtime, in red-hot MVP conversation as well. So we get ready to go from the Gippsland Indoor Sports Stadium.
I want to throw out a fact real quick.
Well, early.
Cairns Taipans undefeated in Gippsland.
Is that right? This is the first official NBL game in Gippsland.
Undefeated.
I'm going to throw out a fact. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix undefeated in Gippsland. As we are away.
They got a chance.
Mumford and McCall, a matchup we're looking forward to. Here is Creek. Guarded by Pinder. Nice move, goes to the right. And there's some nice friendly rims to kickstart your night for Mitch Creek.
They go right at Wolf Creek. Opening possession, establish him in the low post. He peels over his left shoulder and sinks the righty hook.
McCall missed that New Year's Eve game when they lost to the Wildcats. Was in ripping form last time we seen him. Off the left, takes a little bounce into the middle of the key. He's able to get it to go over Brandon Ashley.
Nice take.
He's talking too, I like it.
Oh, he's a flat-out hooper. He has the right to talk based off what he's shown us in this season.
Here is Brandon Ashley, 11 boards on debut for the Phoenix. We've seen a fair bit of him last year for New Zealand. 16-footer is nice.
This is what he brings. Brandon Ashley, really nice mid-season pickup. His ability to protect the rim defensively, his length and athleticism at that end of the floor, but has a little bit of range to him. Mid-range there, but can step out even further.
From the top, here's Zimmerman. We've seen his quotes early. He's going to destroy that team, being the Phoenix. Gets inside on Ashley, tries to take the bounce. Left hand, no good. Ashley saves it straight out of bounds. It'll stay with the Taipans. Shot clock, slight little technical issue when it comes to on screen. So we'll talk you through that over the course of the night.
That's it. Let's go. Clock is good. All right. No, it's all right. You're all good. Here we go. Clock's good.
Here is Zimmerman. Left, fade away. Aggressive early. Mumford, a little bit down on Sunday, gets in. Little 14-footer is nice there. 3 from 3 to start this game, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They lead by 4.
Getting high percentage shots. Mumford needs to have a good one. He was quiet last game, last couple of games, actually.
3 really good looks by 3 different players for Phoenix. Now it's Turang. He wants to push back. Broke off for 3. First miss for the Phoenix. McCall looks up. Zimmerman was running. It's going to come off the fingertips. Another turnover for Cairns. Couple of early ones, and the Phoenix will hold on to it.
Always good to get Ryan Brokoff early looks from long range, but geez, he's been cold in recent times. That's now 2 of 15 from three-point territory over the 3 games leading into this one, and then the first couple of minutes tonight. So just doesn't quite have his touch about him from out there.
20% on the season. For a man who many, from the three-point line, a man who many thought would take that next step and help Phoenix this year. Here's Creek. Again, right at Pinder. Goes at the numbers, tries to just dish it off to Ashley. It was a tough pass. It'll stay with the Phoenix. Shot clock at 7.
Some early yap from Cairns Taipans head coach Adam Ford. He's up and about, copped a behavioural warning from the officials.
Mumford. Nice little hesitation. Majukdang in the end was up to it. It's come off the hand of Mumford, who disagrees. Referee's made the call. Great stop. Defensive end by Majukdang. Call wants to use the pick and roll. Gets pushed to halfway in the end. That was an ugly pass. Another turnover for Cairns. Tarangi just drops it to Brokoff, who in the end gets a little slap across the forehead from Pinder. He'll go to the foul line for 2, but the Cairns Taipans early on here, 2 turnovers and a couple other times has had really tough shots and looks at buckets, but it's allowing the Phoenix to get out and run Liam Santamaria.
Bullquall was impressive in Cairns' last couple of games before that change of the calendar year, but they need to put the ball into Jim McCall's hands. Without Scott Machado, he needs to be running the show as the point guard. There you see Adam Ford talking Bullquall through Southeast Melbourne's perimeter pressure.
First time out, Pete Hawley is courtside. What's the latest, Pete?
Well, fellas, I caught up with Adam Ford pre-game and he was all smiles, just happy to be back out here. He said it's been such a frustrating period. They've only played the 4 games, and he said early on everybody else was going through the COVID problem, so games were getting cancelled on them. It was out of their control, so they were even more frustrated. And then he said it just wiped out the team. He said as soon as they were ready to go, it looks like games are happy, they were back on track. Everybody started to get sick, so he's just happy that everybody is back here enough to be able to play a game. Obviously, still missing some key pieces back in Cairns, but all smiles, and I think he's had a fresh fade. So Adam Ford's normally pretty happy when he's got a fresh fade.
Melbourne United Championship played Pete Hawley courtside at the Gippsland Indoor Sports Stadium on a Tuesday night. Hungry Jacks NBL. We're all in. We're next level. It's been a disjointed start to the season, but we're starting to work our way through it, and we're seeing some top quality hoops right now.
It certainly has been a crazy start of the year for the Taipans. As Pete said, just 4 games in the 53 days since the start of the season. That's a lot of waiting around, a lot of practice sessions. So not surprising to hear they're just happy to be back out there on the hardwood.
In particular, when your last game, Homicide, you have an 18-point lead against the Perth Wildcats, and there's a couple little tweaks there, some frustration, you have a good result. You could have had one. You want to get back on court, and you've had to wait the better part of a month.
Yeah, it could be frustrating, but this is when mentally you just have to be strong. Continue to practice hard, stay in shape, keep some kind of groove in practice, going against each other, come out ready to play.
Jared Kenny in for his first minutes. Here's McCall. Tries to lob it to Zimmerman. Again, another turnover. They'll push the other way. Phoenix trying to make them pay. In transition, Pinder says no.
Oh, yes, a lot of talk going on back and forth with. We got to keep an eye on that matchup. Pinder versus Creek.
Beautifully timed by Keanu Pinder. He's watched plenty of Mitch Creek over the years and just held his jumper moment. Went up and sent it away.
Turnover off the inbounds for the Phoenix as well. Turnovers early. 3 for the Taipans. That's the first for the Phoenix.
And that's the difference right there in the game. You got to take care of the ball. Give yourself an opportunity to score.
McCall 16, 6 and 7 on the season. His 3 games. Deng beat hot. Continues it on a Tuesday night. Little pick and pop finds nothing but nylon.
That's a good offensive set. Make the high percentage play, easy pass, get it to a hot hand. Bucket.
Ashley, 3.
Clear, Zim. Second side. Good.
Kenny. Here's Pinder. Shot clock's now into single figures. McCall guarded by Tarangi. Left-hand dribble, gets deep, kicks it out. Kenny in front of his bench, and he's able to rattle it down. 2 straight threes from the Taipans, went knotted at 8.
I mean, when you look at it, what did they just do twice? Run the offense through. You hear coach on the side, other side, second side. So you got to do.
Ashley, nice spin.
And then in return, that gives your defense an opportunity to be set.
It's that first set they ran. Corey, keep your eye on Majuk Deng. This is coming off that, what we call the Spanish action. It was a little disjointed. The spacing was out of whack, but they knew what they were going to. Chance to get Majuk Deng an open look and get him going.
Tarangi, little double clutch, finishes it off the glass with the left. He opens his account, and that's a difference, 2 points. Zimmerman, top of the key. Kenny. Pinder's going to just say to Creek, I'm going to back you down. Gets a little body. Little half running hook, no good. As Creek's going to go right hand down the end, gets a little bump, draws the foul on Pinder, who doesn't agree with it, which is hard to believe in its own right, but this is a fun battle early.
It is, and that's why on the other end, Pinder had to go at Creek, because, you know, on this end, what's Creek, what is he going to do? Attack him. 2 fouls, unfortunately, for Pinder. Has to go sit down and watch the rest of this half, I'm sure.
Ooh, half.
2 fouls. Comes back in, he's just going to get attacked. Mitch is just going to go right back at him.
Well, I reckon Adam Ford will run that risk at some point there in the second quarter. That'll be all she wrote for the first term for Keanu Pinder, you suspect. Jordan Nartai comes into the lineup, but Mitch Creek is a matchup issue for most teams, most players, but certainly the Taipans right now. So they go into a little zone.
Adnam and Pinot in for their first run. Shot clock down to 6. Creek over Nartai. And now Kenny wants to push, and Nartai at the other end leaks out, gets and couldn't finish the and one. He'll go the foul line for 2. Closes out on Creek as the shot clock was expiring. He's able to leak out. Nice pass. He's earned a couple of freebies.
I like the defensive adjustment. Going zone. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix right now have been cold from the three-point line. Outside of Adnam being a consistent three-point shooter, they should go zone, and I think that'll be a really good adjustment for them to finish up this quarter.
No Isaiah Liar for tonight either. And of course, Ryan Broekhoff, we spoke earlier about his struggles from the three-point line, so it's a good idea, Coach Corey.
And Glizzo as well.
Of course.
Right, so when you think about it, without Joe Chi in this game, rebounding is pretty much even. Box out the zone, you should have it should put you in a good position to win this game.
A little adjustment from Simon Mitchell in response as well. He takes Ruben Tarangi out, puts Cam Glidden in. So 3 shooters now around the perimeter in Adnam, Broekhoff, and Glidden.
Full court pressure, dealt with fairly comfortably. And then there was one-on-one. Broekhoff right at Zimmerman. And as we heard, hands foul. Ryan Broekhoff will go back to the foul line.
Well, good attack. That's exactly how you beat a press, attacking. Zimmerman, I need you to go. You can't make a comment like that and not starting to produce on the offensive end. You're going to talk it, you better walk it.
Three from 3 early. Broekhoff from the foul line. Trying to get that groove. That one's a little long. I apologise. Mitch Creek. This is one he probably would like back. Zimmerman snatches his first board of the night. Now McCall says, all right, let's find a way to be able to get some easy buckets. Dang, fades away. Never looked like it. We had the perfect angle on it. Glidden. Pinot, he does so well, keeps the ball alive. Another opportunity. Shot clock down to 9 after the reset. Adnam takes a little bump. Simon Mitchell, you can hear, felt he was dealt with. Great pass, McCall inside. Zimmerman, and one. You called for it, homicide. He gets it, takes a little bump. 3-point the old-fashioned way.
The biggest thing that they have to do is rebound out the zone and then push the ball. Great deep steal, easy catch and finish. Good hands and good finish by the big fella.
3 assists first quarter for McCall, who's come in and been able to steady the ship. Liam, you wanted the ball in his hands, and so far, so good. When he has it in his hands, they're getting the buckets and the better looks they need.
That's true, especially in transition. Get him the outlet, let him push the pace, make decisions. And then late in the shot clock as well.
Simon Mitchell, moments ago, a little frustrated with the referees. We're going to tune in now with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix huddle.
So we get that ghost, penetrate, pitch, try and get that guy to sink and then get a catch and shoot on that one. Hey, with Jawai out there to start with, go 1-3-1, okay? 1-3-1 now. If it's only on makes, only on dead balls, we'll get back. We can extend it. okay? But it's got to be a dead ball. We go fall back into it. Now, if we don't, ball goes into him, Dane, you got to hold him, get your work done early as much as possible. As they get that screen coming up, okay? Going under. Once you get hit the paint, you got to go. So we're over. We're going to go hit him on a double. Yep.
It's a good awareness from the Phoenix there. The assistant coach is no doubt letting Simon Mitchell know that Nate Jawai checking into the game. He's a problem. When he checks in, he's a problem to be solved. So they're getting their work done early in the huddle, and he's telling Dane Pinot, get your work done early when he's trying to post you up. And we're going to see a little zone from the Phoenix. A little 1-3-1 when they score or dead ball situations. They're going to extend that a little up the floor.
Can't finish the three-point play. Creek with rebound number 3. And a 1-point lead for Cairns. First quarter here in Gippsland. Adnam, tough. Great readjustment mid-air, kisses it off the window. 11 points off the bench he's averaging this year. Homicide, he continues to be that energy off the pine.
It's just a great offensive play. That was really good defense. Clutched it and pumped it and still was able to hit it off the glass. Kyle Adnam has been so consistent in his career here over the past 3-4 years. You know coming off the bench what he's going to give you. The other team knows what he's going to give you, and he's still able to do that. Got to respect his play.
Na'atai for 3. Long rebound. Kenny got in the air, and in the end, it bailed out. McCall was able to use his footwork perfectly and kiss it off the window for his first bucket.
Execution against the zone from the Taipans. Penetrate, get it into the lane as McCall knocks it out of bounds. The Phoenix will get it back, 17 on the shot clock. And then find the open shooters in the corner. Didn't knock it down, but when they got it next time, where else can you attack the zone? Behind it. Tajir McCall gets behind that back line of the defense. They eventually find him, and he kisses it off the glass.
Staying corrected, not his first bucket, of course. He made the floater to kickstart the game. Here's Adnam. Little two-man game with Pinot. Shot clock's down the 7, so he dribbles it over Jawai. No good. Mitch Creek inside. Wolf Creek says, I'll take it. I got 4 to go with 4 boards. Big first quarter for the man, averaging 23 on the year.
Good work. You got to find the body when in the zone. Definitely got to find Mitch Creek.
McCall searching for the little pocket. Found one. There we go. Pinot got him on the wrist or the elbow, at least somewhere on the arm, and he'll go back to the foul line for a couple.
So bucket from Creek down one end, and McCall goes to the stripe down the other. These two guys played together in the G League for the Long Island Nets a few years back. Remember that season when Creek got the call up, achieved his dream for Brooklyn, and then went and played for Minnesota. And these two guys playing for Will Weaver on that team that ran rampant through the G League that season. Imagine that. How tough the energy playing against these two guys on the same team together.
And the chat. One-point lead, 6 points for McCall first quarter. Hasn't played for over a month. Here's Craig, just lobs it up. He was ambitious. Pinot couldn't corral it. Now McCall, full head of steam, kicks it out. Na'atai in rhythm, gives a little fake for Adnam. Probably did enough to disrupt it there was Kyle Adnam as it bounces off the rim.
Get out, Dane. Get out, Dane.
Adnam, shot clock's down to 7. Uses the Pinot screen, gets really easily deep. In the end, a relatively easy layup considering he had the big man to contend with. He puts Phoenix back in front, and Kyle Adnam again having a nice start.
Speed and quickness over the big fella. Such a crafty guard. Do not let his height fool you.
Jawai takes the bounce from Pinot. That'll be his second as well. We speak about the depth. A little bit of early foul trouble for Dane Pinot. With no Joe Chi tonight, so he'll go to the bench. Mitch Creek likewise.
Into Brandon Ashley. That's why that was a great signing.
Pete Hawley courtside, what do you got?
Well, guys, I actually asked Dane Pinot before the game. I said, how are you dealing with the signing of Brandon Ashley? Just straight up asked him, and he said, look, it is what it is. I just want to make sure that whatever it takes to win, that I'm ready. He said, I'm going to come out there when my number's called. I'm going to crash the offensive glass, be a really good defender on the other end. And whenever that opportunity comes, I'm going to make sure I'm ready for it. And then he turned and laughed and said, of course that opportunity is today against Big Nate. Now I've really got to think about it.
I mean, this is the thing. It's pro sports. There's no minutes that are just handed to you, and this is a win now team. A half away from a grand final appearance last season, arguably a championship, going up potentially against the Bryce Cottonless Perth Wildcats had they got there. So built to win right now. And the question was, before the Ashley signing, what if one of Joe Chi or Dane Pinot can't go? As the Mumford throws it out of bounds, the Taipans. Or if you're in a playoff series, you're going up against Joe Luala-Chul and Ariel Hook-Porty, a lineup like that, or what they've got at Illawarra with Duop Reith and Sam Froling, Harry Froling. Your depth at the 5 spot ends up being a little shallow. So you bring Brandon Ashley into the mix, and you see tonight how you can still have a really good rotation and depth at that position.
Smith Milner in for his first minutes as well. There's Pinder, was able to get to where he wanted to, missed one he probably could have made. Then it comes off his leg. Pinder wants a challenge.
Pinder's going off in this first quarter.
And now Adam Ford looks like he's been able to be talked into by his play. He wants a coach's challenge.
Out of bounds. Thank you.
The referee just asked what he was challenging there. Anyway, it's a coach's challenge.
I think he was.
Okay, coach's challenge out of bounds. It is currently a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix ball. Deemed to come off the knee of Pinder. Let's have a look.
You see the right-handed Brandon Ashley certainly get involved. Swipe at the ball here. Looks to make contact. I think the Taipans are going to win that.
Yeah, but hang on. Does it
Did it hit off his knee?
Does it go straight off out of court from here, though?
Let's see.
Or does it bounce off something since? Because I don't know.
It's Cairns ball.
A little bit different tonight. We're not looking at exactly the same vision as the replay center. Replay center's in the building tonight. So they're looking at, their multi-screens, their 9 different cameras in high definition. And we're looking at something a little bit different. We're getting a lot of looks at
the same thing, because if that looks like it might be off Ashley's hand. Adam Ford having a little chuckle. He's maybe a little bit of confidence that he's been able to nab this.
Fade looks good though.
Here we go.
Yeah, ready to go. So the coach's challenge is successful. It's Cairns ball with 14 on the shot clock.
There we go. Janu Pinder was extremely confident. He talked his coach into it. His coach is happy. As you would be. Don't want to burn one in the first quarter. Pinder's relieved. And he'll stay with the Cairns Taipans. 14 on the shot clock. 52 seconds left in the first stanza. Tuesday night, Hungry Jacks NBL. Here we go. Kenny guarded by Adnam. Just threw it straight out. Turnover's been a concern. It's 5 in the first quarter for the Cairns Taipans.
Remember those turnouts for Bull Qual. Can shoot it. Bull Qual showed in pre-season how he can really knock it down, but maybe not totally used to being in that type of situation at the NBL level, and wasn't able to handle it.
Takes a seat. Glidden. Here's Adnam. Guarded by Kenny. Shot clock's down to 8. Ashley's going to go to work. Gets inside. Goes one way. Finishes with the left, or tried to. I reckon Pinder might have got him down low, and that might be number 3 homicide. You said we might not see him for the rest of the half. They took the risk, and the risk, unfortunately, has backfired on Adam Ford.
I don't know why they put him back in the game. Stay in the zone. He was working. He doesn't need to be in the game. Too much hands, body, 2 shots.
Jarway come over with the block to make sure there was no potential 3-point play, but now I think we can safely say we might not see him for the rest of the half court.
Yeah, we definitely, as I said, we shouldn't have seen him before quarter time, and Sometimes as a coach, you're short, your lineup is short, you got guys out, you just say, you know what, I got to roll the dice from time to time, and that one didn't pay off for Adam Ford.
Brandon Ashley, 2 from 2 there. He's been a bit more of a focal point tonight than he was in his first game, coming into that starting 5, 4 points early. Pressure up the floor from the Phoenix. Nice trap. Oh, I reckon Milner might have just got a hand on the wrist.
It was just a great trap.
It was. Just got the hand in the cookie jar at the last second.
Bailed him out by fouling him. Now he's going to the free throw line. He just put him in penalty for 2. Great trap.
Just a little overzealous there. Smith Milner. He waves Simon Mitchell off, saying, no, don't challenge. I whacked him. Simon Mitchell says, cool, take a seat.
Yeah. Should have waved off the substitution, not the coach's challenge. All right, first one no good from Nelson. Hungry Jacks burgers up for grabs here. They love their Hungry Jacks in Gippsland, but they'll need to wait, you'd think, until at least the second quarter. A lot of disappointed youngsters in the crowd.
Bad, right?
Still 3 quarters to go, young fella. Plenty of time to get yourself a Hungry Jacks burger. Here we go. Shot clock is off. Mumford. Comes off a couple of screens, straight on 3. Little short, no bounce. Nelson with the rebound. Took a little risk in the end, was able to get away with it, and that ends the first quarter at the Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium. We are all tied at 19. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, the home team, the Taipans, for the first time in 2022. 10 minutes in, 3 to go. What happens next? Let's find out after this. That man's been good. Brandon Ashley, 10 minutes in the books at Gippsland. We're all tied up at 19. Jook Deng continues his fine start to NBL22. Jared Kenny off the bench says thank you, McCall. Kyle Adam just continues to do what he does and be a spark plug off the pine. And all thanks to Kmart. $50 Kmart gift card winner is Shelley Whelan. It's Lenny and Bo at the State Basketball Centre waiting to see some of their favourite Southeast Melbourne players after the game. All thanks to Kmart. And as we get back to live action, turnovers, 6 in the first quarter for Cairns and 1 straight off the bat.
40th game of the NBL22 season. Remarkably, very first tied at quarter time. Incredible. 19 apiece. Southeast Melbourne got out by 6 at one point. The Taipans came clawing back. Southeast Melbourne lead the league in three-point shooting percentage, 36.7%. 0 of 6 from long range in that opening term.
And that's exactly why the best move Coach Ford made was go sit in that zone.
Creek. Ashley, that's how he started the game, and he again, as the shot clock expires in the background, able to knock the 15-footer down. He's got that range. He's got 6 tonight.
He sure does have that range, and it's good to see that he's coming to the league in shape and ready to go. A lot of times when replacement players come in, they need to take their, some time to get their legs under themselves, and good to see him ready to play.
Turnovers killing Cairns right now, and it leads to just a Mumford lay up at the other end. First 4 points off turnovers for the Phoenix.
And that was Brandon Ashley's length defensively. Just getting his hand on that entry pass there to Nate Jawai. And here's Ashley at the offensive end. Creek drops it off to him. He sticks the little jumper, and his hand knocked that loose. Brokoff goes back and collects it. They find Xavier Mumford. He's at the rim, and Adam Ford wants to chat about it.
Making it really easy for him, right? So it doesn't always have to go into the 5-man if it's not on. Let's get the guard here. He can set it, then we work off it. Use the pressure against him. Right now, we're just throwing the ball away. Unforced errors. This pressure is token. Marshall, Taj, JK, you're the one downfield. Juki, you're the release in their press, okay? You're inbound, JK, Marshall.
That's some frustration too, Liam, because there has been more unforced errors, more so than great defensive intensity outside that last turnover.
I mean, when you really think about it, the beginning of the first quarter, 3 quick turnovers. Bang, 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 you're down. Then they take care of the ball at the second half of the first quarter with 1 turnover. It's a tie ball game. Now they come out in the second quarter with 2 quick turnovers. Take care of the ball, get high percentage shots. It's a different game. You give yourself the best chance to win the game.
On the flip side, you also got to tip your hat a little to the Phoenix, because I think they're at their best when they get up the floor. They face guard these inbounds, and they make you do some different things in advancing the ball, and especially a team that doesn't have their primary ball handler in Scott Machado. Get after him.
Dang, turned down the 3, off the dribble, just hands it off to Zimmerman. He felt he got a little whack in the chops. Referee says, play through it, big fella. He's got 4 points on a night that he has said, I want to make a team who passed on me pay. Homicide.
Good finish, good find by McCall penetrating, but they took care of the ball. Ran the offense one side to the next. Got a high percentage play.
3 assists for McCall early is Mumford. Takes a little bump. Couldn't kiss it off the window. That would be on Nelson, and now we'll see Xavier Mumford hit to the foul line.
Nice take by Mumford. He needs to get himself going. Good to see off the dribble. Nice in and out. Hit with the body. Going up. Goes to the line for 2. An exceptional talent, but he's been quiet over the last few games. Started out hot. And he's kind of cooled off.
Sunday was an example of that. We speak about the depth that Brandon Ashley's added. Kyle Adnam comes off the bench. Ryan Brokoff is there in different roles. Of course, Liafa traditionally part of this structure. Their depth in the backcourt means Xavier Mumford, even in nights that he hasn't quite been able to show what he showed at the start of the NBL season, well, they would prefer him to be hot. They haven't lost a great deal because people are standing up.
Well, they've got plenty of guys that can contribute, but that all works fine and dandy as long as Xavier Mumford steps up in those key games, in those moments when he needs to go. Okay, Zoe Liafa's out today. They're a little bit shallower in the backcourt. They need him to make sure he doesn't go quiet for too long.
But you know what I like about Coach Mitchell? If you ain't showing up, you won't sit next to me. I'm not waiting long. That's what I love. Come to play or sit down next to me. My kind of coach.
Ambitious there by McCall. 7th turnover of the night for the Taipans. And it feels like that even might be lenient by the stats people, because they seem to be turning it over on every possession to kickstart this second quarter. Creek inside, runs into a double team, has to lob it back. Shot clock's down to 3. Adnam has to get to work. He loves this situation. Shooters bounce. I know it's not their traditional home, but there's been a couple early that have helped the Phoenix. He's able to knock it in. He's got 7.
One of my favorite players in the league.
And the lead is 7.
He shot that over outstretched arm, contested Majuk. That's pretty much a 7-footer when that arm is up. Majuk Dang.
Yeah. That's some long arms.
There's some long arms.
Cam's right. He does love those situations, Kyle Adnam. He's scored double figures in 4 of Southeast Melbourne's 6 games. Of course, was really, really good the other night. 13 points off the bench. Nice 7-point spark in this first half so far.
McCall turns over again. Now it's Brokoff. Pulls up straight on 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 10-point lead for the Phoenix. The Gippsland locals urging him on. And the Taipans have to find some composure right now, Homicide.
They sure do, because when the Phoenix start hitting from the land of plenty, they are tough.
Ding. Takes a little bump. Wants continuation. Referees look to see.
Good defense to see the turnover, and Brokoff takes matters into his own hands. Just because I'm cold right now don't mean I'm not a shooter. You still got to respect me.
Majuk Deng was able to get a little continuation while the layup rimmed out. We'll go to the foul line for a couple.
We saw those numbers off the top for Majuk Deng this season. 15 points per game, 56% from the field, 6 rebounds per game, all career highs. Well and truly in amongst that most improved player conversation. And the task for him will be stay hot, keep it rolling after that extended break for the Taipans, because they're going to need him playing at that kind of level.
Creek guarded by Deng. Turangi just re-entered. Gets too deep. Couldn't finish one he probably should have made. Creek just says, I'll just snaffle it, put it back up with the non-preferred right. He's got 6 points, throws 6 rebounds in there. The man averaging 23 points a game, leading again from the front for this Southeast Melbourne Phoenix team, and the lead back to 10. Deng on cue, net.
And the great thing about Deng is the fact that he's their primary option right now offensively, so they got to keep looking for him. And in the groove that he's in, I don't think he's going to get out of that groove. It's something about knowing they need me, and I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to get the looks.
Also, some guys are just wired that way. I can't imagine Majuk Deng ever lacking in confidence. It's going to be confident or really confident.
Good.
But the floor is pretty high in that regard, and steps up, knocks that one down. And he's the game-leading scorer with 8 points.
Lead is 7. That's just an easy pick by Mitch Creek. Uses the right hand, goes the other way. That's going to be waved away. Mitch Creek looks bemused. Used the left hand to be able to clear himself a little bit of space. Talk us through this, Homicide.
And that's just great defense going after, just taking the ball. Yeah, we saw that push off with the left hand. He didn't even have to do that. That was a bucket.
Great call.
But really good defense, stripping the ball as his shoe comes off. He takes his time, gets a breather as well. Inked up. Guy's a machine, man.
Keanu Pinder just back into the game as well. He turned that over there. 3 fouls in the first quarter.
And they reach it in and get Bruce.
Nine turnovers, still 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter for Cairns. It's led to 10 extra shots for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in the first 14 minutes of this one.
Good defensive pressure. Cairns doing a poor job handling the ball under the pressure.
Zimmerman gets it nice and deep. Spins away from Pinot, uses the right. Great pass from McCall, and the big man's got 6.
He's got a soft touch around that basket. I need him to get busy more, though, in this game. You cannot say what you said and only have that much.
That's Creaky. Great pass. To the rim. Yeah, nice execution from Southeast Melbourne. He said he was going to just... He didn't name the team.
No, we did that for him.
So we're just assuming it's this team, but it's not.
Hey, we've got the number one journalist in the game. He knows what team it is. McCall for 3. Short.
What team wanted him, Liam?
Well, we spoke about it in the pre-game, Corey. And
Let's talk for people who wasn't in pre-game.
He was chatting with the Phoenix.
Okay.
Then they went in a different direction. That line went cold. And when he signed with the Taipans, said, I'm looking forward to I'm going to destroy that team.
Yeah, not just beat them, destroy them.
And he's talking about the soft touch. Had some games early to begin the season when he just couldn't finish around the rim. Broke off.
It is. None but net from the same spot.
Late in the shot clock. 2 in a row now for the sharpshooter.
He's got 9. And just quickly, we spoke about his shooting woes early in NBL22. Early indications here is a little Euro step, herky-jerky from McCall, leads to a layup. But this is good signs for the former and current superstar Ryan Broekhoff.
Well, Phoenix need to go back to him. Run some action for him.
Heat check. Oh, I think that was an accidental block by Majuk Deng, but he's got it anyway.
That was great hands.
Yeah, nothing accidental. Give the man some credit, Cat.
I want to go back and have a little look. I'll give him some credit. I do apologise. Just looked like his hand was there and Broekhoff was trying to get that heat check.
There was no accident.
There's a man who never blocked a shot.
Clearly.
I think I threw one of yours out once, Liam, if I recall, back under 12s. Albert Park, 93. I will give Majuk Deng, I do apologise, who is having a
Albert Park, 93.
Okay, giving the Devils the business, I would have thought. Hanging tough, the Taipans here.
If they can clean up their turnovers, they're in this game.
They actually could be up.
They should be. It'd be frustrating for Adam Ford. Kenny. Deng, lets it fly. Zimmerman was able to get rid of Pinot. Couldn't finish it the first time. Fights it back, goes back up with the left this time. He just wanted it more.
Oh, yeah. Strong finish the second time around. Zimmerman up to 8.
Adnam. Pinot at the other end, uses the left, couldn't finish it. Little mismatch there with Kenny. Adnam found him, he couldn't finish the left. That lead is 6. McCall craftily spins into the key. Couldn't finish it. It's ambitious. I like his style. He's trying to play maybe for the contact a little bit. Here is Creek.
Great hands.
They're really trying to go with Pinder as well. He has had 3 first half fouls. Here's Kenny. 3 assists on the night for Kenny. Being able to pull the right option. This time it's Pinder. Glidden for 3. Got it. Little ball fake. Used the left-hand dribble. Got wide open. That lead is 9. 4 at 12 from the three-point line are the Phoenix on the night. Liam earlier, as you mentioned, lead the league in three-point shooting. And it's been a weapon again tonight. McCall, shot clock at 5. He's going to have to get busy, shot clock at 3. Now looks up and realises, tries to take Creek on. That's another turnover for the Taipans as they get into double figures for giving the ball back. Adnam, Glidden, 2 in a row. Rattles in and out.
Some funky decision-making from the Taipans.
And there's another one that leads to a wide open 3 for a man who is white hot.
He's making it rain. Ryan Broekhoff. And just the turnover woes for the Taipans piling up. Creek slips behind Zimmerman. No, it looks like he jumped back in the floor there. Didn't quite get both feet set. Got away with it. And Ryan Broekhoff cashes in. Timeout, Taipans.
The lead is 12, 5 of 14 from the field of the Phoenix, but Ryan Brockhoff, the story, 3 of 5. NBL22, he has struggled a little bit from beyond the arc, but he's finding the bottom of the net tonight.
He sure is, because all 3 of those shots that he's hit, nothing but nylon.
Now you're out. Yeah, I got you.
Immediately, they're showing and have a whole ass lane. The first time.
Hey, remember the space in our breaker, okay? We keep fucking it up, but this whole area is vacant. So that 4-man, which would be you, John, in this instance, just roam. Look where it is.
Not just picking it up as soon as you go to the rim. Let us get set before y'all pick the ball up. Niggas is all out of position when y'all pick the ball up.
Hey, keep it simple. Bring out our target guys in early on balls. Let's go deep picks, okay? Deep picks. Deep picks.
I like that message from Adam Ford at the offensive end. Keep it simple. As there's been some funky decision-making from them in some possessions in those last few minutes. McCall just kind of shooting it over his head. And then Keanu Pinder early in the shot clock from long range. And then late in the shot clock, they didn't have anything good. They were having some success. Pick and roll. Let's try and find Zimmerman down low. And look, if you don't have him as the roll man, put him in the block. See if you can get a switch and power it into the big fella. But they've gone away from that in the last few possessions. Adam Ford saying, keep it simple. 11 turnovers. Still 2 minutes to play in this first half.
They beat the press. Able to knock it down. It was cool straight.
That was ambitious.
Straight on, it was ambitious.
The 2-on-1.
Out of a timeout, 2-on-1, let it fly, but...
You'll take it.
Hey, difference between a good and a bad shot is if it goes in or not. That's a good shot. That leads back to 9. Adnam using the Pinot screen. Little pocket pass was nifty. Pinot couldn't quite finish it. And now it's the Taipans who can run. McCall, that's a funky little Euro step, but straight into Glidden. Nice professional foul by Jared Kenny there to reach in, poke the ball away, hits the funny bone of Kyle Adnam, who no doubt doesn't find it funny right now.
Very nicely done. There's Tom Greer, CEO of the Phoenix. Good man. And veteran savvy there from Jared Kenny. Don't see many professional fouls these days as Cam Glidden.
Oh, there go the shooters.
Knocks it down. He's drained 2. Brokoff's drained 3.
Kenny. Another bad pass, Brokoff. This is your concern now. 2-on-2, just dropped it straight to Creek. He uses the rim for protection, uses the right hand, kisses it off the glass. We're going to push the other way. Cool straight at Glidden, who wasn't set, earns himself a couple of foul shots on the back of it. This lead is 14. But Homicide, this is what happens when you turn the ball over 13 times. It's off the inbound as Glidden was just able to get it straight back from Pinot and hit it. You're having trouble finding these players in transition. They're catching and shooting in rhythm, and all of a sudden these great shooters are finding themselves, feeling themselves, and they feel they can hit anything.
This is an elite team, the Phoenix. Coming up against an elite team, and you're shorthanded. The first thing you must do is take care of the ball. 13 turnovers in the first half is totally unacceptable. Shout out to the Phoenix. They're doing a great job defensively, making them pay on the other end.
We spoke at the start of the second quarter of their struggles from long range. Phoenix in that first term. 0 of 6 in the first term, 6 of 9 from out there since quarter time. Brokoff with 3, Glidden with 2, Kyle Adnam with 1. And it's been their extended pressure. You talk about credit the Phoenix for causing those turnovers. That extended pressure creating all kinds of issues.
It was 5 turnovers at the end of the first quarter.
Right, so 8 turnovers in this second term. Now, 4 steals for Creek. And there you see Tajir McCall has been credited with 7 of them. And a lot of that is because of the Phoenix up the floor and his passes getting picked off. Creek's got 4 steals. Brokoff's got 3 steals. That second line of the press causing havoc.
Lead at 12. Jewel able to knock both of them down. He's got 5 on the night. He's Glidden feeling good. Finds Smith Milner for 3 after he drew the double team. Rattles back iron. And now a chance for the Taipans to try and get this lead possibly under double figures. Couldn't quite do it. It was cool. Now it's Adnam.
Up in there. Wait on it.
It's about a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Toey. Hey, no.
Here's Adnam. Kenny's able to poke it away. Shot clock's down to 3.
Again, nicely done by Kenny. He knows the time and score. Foul count, just 2 team fouls. As the dying seconds of this second half, the ability here to commit 2 of them in a way that is not in any sort of conversation about an unsportsmanlike. Veteran savvy.
Tarangi takes a seat. Brokoff comes in for this last possession for the Phoenix. 8.5. Shot clock turned off. Pinot. Adnam. He's going to have to get it going. That is always going to be pretty tough turning the other way and just hoisting it up, but it does end after a big second quarter, after all tied after 10 minutes. Big second quarter for the Phoenix, 30-18. That lead is 12. So much of that on the back of their 3-point shooting, as Liam Santamaria spoke about. Donut in the first quarter. They end up go 6 of 11 into the second 10 minutes, and Pete Hawley sent it up close and personal. Take it away.
Well, Rowdy, you started to pull away at the end of the second quarter with your defense. You got going, Cam Glidden got going. How'd you see the first half?
Yeah, it was a real tight contest. We were able to get some stops, get out in transition, get Creaky on the rim, and it frees up shooters like me and Cam. So we need to keep bringing that effort defensively. We need to clean up some boards and hopefully produce a good second half.
Well, you know they're missing some key players, the Taipans, which means everybody gets an opportunity to have sort of a green light. So what are some keys in this second half?
What was that, sorry?
What are some keys in this second half?
Just continue to do what we're doing. Forcing in tough shots, only give them 1 shot. And when we get stops, make sure we run. You know, use the depth that we have, the roster we have. Obviously, tough not having Zay and Big Joe, but that's part of the game right now. It's next man up, and everyone who's come on has contributed.
Thanks, mate. Good luck in the second half.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Well, we've got a 12-point lead here to the Phoenix in Gippsland. Don't go anywhere. Tuesday Night Hoops will be right back.
Half-time at the Gippsland Indoor Sports Centre, and the Hungry Jacks highlights this man, Mitch Creek. We're going to get to him again very shortly. McCall has to be aggressive with some injuries. But Juk Deng having an outstanding year continues tonight. And the Taipans hung tough. That first quarter, all knotted away for the first time in NBL22 at quarter time. But it was the second quarter where things started to turn a little ugly for the Taipans. Kyle Adnam does what Kyle Adnam does. But I tell you what, if they're able to start to find some range, Brandon Ashley, and then these guys, Kyle Adnam goes bang. Shot clock was winding down. Liam gets a nice little shooter's bounce. Ryan Brockhoff says, you know what? I'm going to shoot myself back into form. And he did exactly that. And they were able to lift the defensive intensity and force 13 turnovers, Liam Santamaria.
There was a lot of that broke the game open from the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, extending the pressure up the floor, forcing turnovers. Creek and Brockhoff both in double figures for Southeast Melbourne. Tajir McCall and Majuk Deng, as you said, ticking the scoreboard over a little bit for the Taipans. And look at the shooting percentages. Just 35% from three-point territory for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, but all 6 of those three-point makes were in that second term. And what's not on there are the turnovers. As you said, 13 first-half turnovers from the Taipans. That is way, way too many. 9 steals in that first half from Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. That's the story of the game. Their pressure up the floor causing havoc.
And it's led to 11 more shots for the Phoenix. So you're looking at 22, 23 extra shots over the course of a game. Doesn't matter what percentage they shoot. Very hard to beat a team when that happens.
Especially with a team with elite shooters. Okay, they came in cold and haven't been shooting the ball consistent or particularly well. But they are legitimate shooters. So you give a guy like Ryan Brockhoff looks like that. His 3 hits out of 5 field goal attempts from the 3, nothing but net. All he needs is 1 to drop. Nothing but nylon, all 3 of those hits. He's locked in today. And this, if you don't turn the ball over, he does not get those looks. If you don't rebound, if you rebound the ball, he does not get those second and third chance opportunities.
Any MVP discussion in NBL22 involves Mitch Creek, and tonight he has done exactly what he's done all year. Led from the front. They went to him in the first play of the game, and he's continued it, and he's filled the stat sheet as he does each and every night.
He's just an all-court contributor, Mitch Creek. Tough matchup at the offensive end, can score inside and out, and he's just so strong, can get after it on the offensive glass as well, make plays down low. Look at the stat sheet stuffing from Mitch Creek. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists and 4 steals as he's been taking guys by surprise at the halfway line up the floor. And we know he's tough in transition. He is the 3rd leading scorer in the league. When push comes to shove and people go to vote for MVP later in the season, they're going to look at the Phoenix and say Mitch Creek was there every single night.
Is this the best we've seen Mitch Creek play in his career?
Yes, because he's shooting the 3 ball at over 50%, which is just ridiculously efficient shooting. But I tell you, if he was shooting the 3 ball like this a few years back, he wouldn't be here right now, he'd be playing in the NBA.
And he's fun to watch, isn't he?
He is. I just love his work ethic. He comes to work every day with the same mentality. He's a leader. He leads from the front. And that's why the numbers look like they do.
Yeah, well, he just continues to. And what he did too was got Keanu Pinder in early foul trouble. He was thrown in there in that starting 5 to play a little bit of an issue. And in the end, 2 fouls early, then 3. And now he's going to sit on the bench for a while.
It's a tough matchup.
He came in acting like he wanted to smoke. Well, he got what he was looking for.
He most certainly did. There's a lot going on. It's been a big first half. And I tell you what, I'm excited. What do you reckon's going to happen in the second half? Because our man Zimmerman is a guy who he said he's going to come in and destroy the team that passed up on him, to which Liam Santamaria at the start of the night named as Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Going to start with you because you wanted more from him.
Well, you know what? He has 8 points, 5 rebounds. He hasn't played bad. He just has not shot the ball enough. So when you say the word destroy, you need at least about double-digit attempts in the first half. Playing a good game, to be honest with you. If they give him the ball more, he might be able to be more productive. He's 4 of 7. They got to find him some more.
Well, they can advance the ball down the court.
They got to get it.
And then execute a little bit, get the ball to the big fella, might be able to make some things happen.
If you stop giving it to the other team, it makes it easier to give it to your big man inside, not too far away before getting back on court. Hey, good news, all thanks to Bunnings. You too can play like a pro, all thanks to Bunnings Warehouse, who are giving you the chance to win your very own court at home. It is very simple. Enter now at win.nbl.com.au/Bunnings. Second half on the other side of this.
I was out there every day, so I think if I had a full court, you wouldn't get me inside.
Most of the games I played on the lower hoop, just to show my supreme athleticism.
I only worked on shooting, which is why that's really all I can do.
When you're 8 years old or 10 years old, it's the best thing in the world.
I had a basketball hoop and a little trampoline. I used to play back there for hours with my brother and get beat up a lot, but it was a lot of fun in the meantime.
I hope that one day when I grow up, I'll be able to give my kids a court at home as well.
That's where I lost a lot of games to my brother at.
It started at this height, and every year I got older, it moved higher and higher until I got to 10 foot, and I'm doing the same with my kids back at home.
My dad built one, so I had a little bit of like a half court going on, and that made my life the best, so I could never complain as a kid.
And that was kind of like our sanctuary, our getaway from everything.
Welcome back to your Tuesday Night Hoops. I'm joined by Cairns coach Adam Ford. 40. You wouldn't be impressed with the turnovers, but we've seen teams come back from a long layoff and struggle early. Must be happy with the way the guys started.
Yeah, look, yes and no. We're just not being creative enough against their pressure. We're not flipping screens against their hard show. We're not even sprinting into screens. We're not spaced. So I don't want to use COVID as an excuse, because a lot of this is also just like positional. So, we're not looking to try and get too creative the second half. We want to almost go back to basics and do what we've been doing since August now. So maybe we just needed a bit of a kick in the bum, and we got that.
Thanks, mate. Good luck in the
Appreciate
second
it.
half.
Thank you.
Creek, our won't make Adam Ford overly happy, as we hear just from the Cairns Taipans coach with Pete Hooley moments ago, and Mitch Creek continues his night. He's got 12. And that lead is 14, but back to the basics, Liam Santa Maria to cut down on those 13 turnovers.
Yeah, it's a good message. That's how they need to execute it. The Phoenix, they go right back at Mitch Creek. Ryan Brokoff called for the foul there on Majuk Deng. 3-point attempt for him. He'll go to the stripe, but good execution from the Phoenix. Go straight at Mitch Creek. That matchup with Keanu Pinder, they end up switching, and he took advantage down low.
Majuk Deng will go to the foul line for 3. Simon Mitchell asking Ryan Brokoff if he wants to challenge. I think Brokoff said, I think we can probably just leave this one. So must have been a little something in it. As Majuk Deng will try and get going in the second half from 15 foot. First one's good. First two are good. He's in the double figures with Majuk Deng, who's...
So I was just asking if I challenge it, do you ball stop the warning or can Ali just reverse foul? Sorry, I've got something. I'll come back to you.
As he nails it, Simon Mitchell asking if he challenges and gets it right. Is there a flop warning that gets given out? We'll see it unfold as the year continues with the Coaches Challenge, which has been a very welcome addition to NBL22. Creek. Good hand by Pinder there, was able just to disrupt it with a fingernail. It comes off Tarangi's leg. Only the 6th turnover of the night for the Phoenix. It's been the story of the night as an offensive foul is called. Turnovers, there's another one. Not the conventional way, homicide, but still frustrating for Adam Ford.
You got to be able to get open right there. That's a one-on-one play.
Keanu Pinder let his hair out half-time?
He definitely changed it up, right?
Trying to turn the leaf. Turn the page on that first half.
If you're superstitious, hasn't worked for you so far, you change it up. Mumford, Brokoff, he doesn't want to change anything. His first half was exceptional, couldn't finish the floater there. Runs down his own rebound, and I'll start again with the 14-second shot clock as it ticks into 9. Mumford. Ashley right at Zimmerman, bumped into him twice. Great D, better offense by the new Phoenix. Big man today into the starting lineup without the big man. Chi out with some food poisoning, or at least the gastro-type non-COVID illness. And Ashley's taking his opportunity tonight. He's got 8. Turnover, and it leads to nothing yet. Little semi-transition. Now it's Mumford. Step back, 19-foot. Net. It leads to more shots, Liam Santa Maria, and it leads to a 15-point lead.
Well, they'll make you pay. Good hands from Tarangi. You're right, 15th turnover for the Taipans. Just need to be tidier with the ball.
Cool, no good. Phoenix turn it over at the other end through Mitch Creek. Now it's McCall. Tarangi reaches in. Professional foul again. Stops a little semi-transition.
It's a strong body work from Ashley. Just that little extra bump. That left shoulder. Just create enough space. And there's Xavier Mumford creating space from a little further out. A little step back. And that's where Mitch Creek should have taken it stronger. Good hands from Pinder to get that deflection. But Creek's got Bull Qual down there. Scored on him on the opening possession of this quarter. Bailed him out.
McCall kicks it out. Deng for 3. Right in front of the Phoenix bench. No good. Zimmerman kept it alive for a split second to the hand of Ashley. And now Tarangi's going to push it into a 2-on-1. Ooh. Pinder from the back. Great timing again. Cool couldn't hold it in, but Pinder, hair out, free flowing in the Gippsland there. This is a great block. Maybe not in the Gippsland there, it is an indoor sports stadium, but either way, it's a big block by Keanu Pinder, who's been able to time it a couple of times. The lead at 15. Tarangi, little hop, skip, no good on the floater. Can the Taipans chip into it? Just pulls up. Cole, does he get the little roll? He does. That has been a rim homicide that's been relatively friendly to some of the shooters tonight.
He sure has.
He's got 8 on the night. The lead's back to 12. McCall, little hand-in foul there. His first of the night. Good defensive contribution from Pinder these last few possessions. The steal we saw the replay of, and that beautifully timed block in transition. Tarongi had no idea Pinder was bearing down on him. This gives the Taipans a few extra possessions, and they take advantage. Cut the margin back to 12. Offensive foul. Brandon Ashley wasn't set. Mumford tried to use it before he had his 2 feet set. Offensive foul. Brandon Ashley picks that up. Going to be a turnover. Wasn't too far away, but in the end, turnover for the Phoenix. The lead at 12.
Play Ruth as though he had on that last one when you had a chance, will you? Yep. On that picture. All right, here we go. Make sure we don't go over. Here we go. Grab though.
What can the Taipans do? Hanging around, haven't shot particularly well, 41%. They've turned the ball over 15 times, yet they find themselves as Qual can't get the shooters roll that time. Only down 12. Creek. Ashley having a really nice night, takes a little bump, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Pinder again slides over, takes it right in the numbers. Brandon Ashley disagrees, but Pinder doing it at the defensive end.
Pinder has definitely come in this quarter, getting it done on the defensive end.
Oh.
Stepped up, took the charge right.
In the circle, was he?
Chest. Here's that full court press by the Phoenix. Call waiting for his teammates to come help him.
Relents a little bit just the pressure. McCall and Mumford. Shot clock's now at 10. Haven't really got anything here to Taipans. Now it's Jawai who's just re-entered the game. Draws a double team, kicks it out to McCall. Straight on 3. Bat rim. In it drops. Lead is back to 9. Back to single figures.
All they have to do is take care of the ball. Run the offense. They're going to get a high percentage shot.
11 points, 5 assists for McCall on the night. It's back to 9. Mumford at the other end, goes at him, takes a little floater, takes the bump from McCall. He wants to argue.
Turns the corner, get 2 feet in the paint. Gets him on the way going up. Now he goes to the line for 2. Good attack by Mumford.
Mentioned earlier, it's the first official game, NBL game, to be held in Gippsland and in Traralgon more directly. The stadium, before it was upgraded, did host some matches in the 2006 Commonwealth Games, and of course a little bit of the NBL Blitz back in 2017 as well. But it's an area, and there's a little town here. Traralgon has a rich basketball history.
It does.
Two current champions produced from this city, in Jack White from Melbourne United, from Traralgon, and also Olympian Jenna O'Hay, the Southside Flyers in the WNBL.
Shout out to Jenna.
Of course, just down the road, Warragul, where United coach Dean Vickerman comes from, and not far is Sale. Multiple NBL champions from there, including Reese Carter. And shout out former Taipans big man Matt Smith from the area.
A big area rich in basketball tradition. And it continues tonight and going forward at this nice stadium. Two good teams going at it. Great pass. McCall's able to find Pinder. With the hair out, superstitious or otherwise, he's having a really good third quarter, and that leads back to 8.
Aggressive finish by Pinder. Good foul by McCall. Pinder stepped it up. This third quarter at both ends.
Shot clock down to 7. Mumford's going to have to get off the Ashley screen to work. Long rebound. Kenny will push. Waits for some mates and a 4-on-1. Now he says, all right, let's see what we got. Jawai. Guarded by Crete. Uses his strength inside. Gets to where he wants. kisses it off the window, and Simon Mitchell says, you know what? We need to talk about it. Get to the bench, because that leads back to 6.
When this team shows up on defense and take care of the ball on offense, they get high percentage plays. It's that simple. Take care of the ball. Good find in transition. Pinda has been a catalyst in this third quarter at both ends for this team.
Lead at 6. It was out to 15 early in this period. Simon Mitchell talks to his assistants. We're going to hear from him in a split second. You can see the crowd. You mentioned Gippsland and Terralgan. They've packed the joint out. Let's hear from Simon Mitchell.
Hey, 1-3-1. 1-3-1. Okay, with July in the game. Stay with our bolts. You've got to have that loaded side. Okay, we've got to have a guy in each corner. All right, so make sure we swing through if we're first guy down. Okay, there, get it, kick, okay. Pass and follow is good. Hit, hold off, okay. I want you to go Rowdy's side on that one. So guard come off, Rowdy come off, DHO, you go. All right, next time down, bolt pitch. 1-3-1 right here we go. Rebound out of this.
No panic from Simon Mitchell. Phoenix fans getting around it there in Terralgan. Just trying to get his team back on track. You're right, Corey, the simple formula. We heard from Adam Ford coming into the start of the second half saying it's all pretty simple. We've got to re-establish ourselves defensively, look after the ball, get good shots. We can work our way back into this game.
Interesting times here now with McCall taking a breather. He's the primary ball handler. He has turned the ball over a little bit. What do you got for me, Homicide?
Nothing right now.
I see you pointing. I thought you were about to drop something. I can see you working on something. We'll get to you in a minute. Is Glidden for 3. Got it. And he was able to find his groove in that first half. Hit a couple in the second quarter to get him rolling, and he's continued it here.
When those shooters are informed the way they are in this game, you got to make them put the ball on the floor. Put a hand up, run them off the line. That man is feeling good at the moment.
He is talking about green lights. He's got one.
Hey, he could stroke it full qual. Don't worry about that. Oh, nice athletic work from Nico Fernandez. Can we get another look at Nico? Just fixing the net. But Buchwald comes into the game sub 30% from 3. Offensive foul on Ryan Brockhoff. Cam Glidden does the robot. But the ball's going to go the other way. He's a much better shooter than sub 30% Buchwald. We saw that during his college years in the States, where he put some points on the board. We saw it in the NBL1 for Knox, and certainly in the preseason. 3 of 5 from out there today.
I love his work on the defensive end as well. He locks up.
Jawai again got Ashley. Got nowhere to go, though. Has to try and pitch it out. No good into the hand of Mumford. Turnover again. And it leads to Crick being able to finish it. Nice dish, Xavier Mumford. Turnover number 16. Leads back to 8.
You turn that ball over, they're going to shove it down your throat and finish.
Pinder, 3. No good. Long rebound. Goes to Mumford. Picked up by Brockhoff. Creek just dribbles straight into a 3 because Jawai just backtracked and said, hey, Mitch, let it fly. And he's a much different shooter, Liam, and Homicide, as we've spoken about. He's shooting a 3-pointer at the best clip ever. And when he's in this type of mood, you just can't give him that much space.
I mean, this has been his mood all season. As Liam said, 50% from the lane of plenty. The big fella played it the right way. If he moved up, he would have went by him. Gives him the 3, he makes him pay.
Lead back to 11.
Wolf Creek up to 17 and 7 rebounds.
Throw 4 steals in there as well.
Just filling up the stats.
And a man who no doubt is going to have a huge say if Southeast Melbourne Phoenix can go 1 series further than they did in NBL21. Did you ever knock the pickle juice down when you were playing Homicide, or was it?
No, I wouldn't drink that.
No?
No.
It wasn't really a fad when you were playing, I suppose, either. It's become really popular recently.
Shout out Ty Webster, king of the pickle juice.
Of course. Of course.
Strokey didn't enjoy it. Look at him, he's looking for something to wash that taste out of his mouth.
I reckon I'd rather cramp. 11-point lead for South East Melbourne Phoenix. 17 points for that man. 16 turnovers for the Taipans again. A couple of times, crucial times in this quarter. As McCall comes back in, try and steady that ship. It's allowed the Phoenix to get good looks in transition. Then lead back to double figures. There's that 1-3-1 zone that Simon Mitchell spoke about in the last time out.
Make sure they find the shooters. Couple of guys, Will Quall, Jordan Nartai out there that can make you pay if you leave them open.
Good hands.
Quall on the defensive end, Homicide, which you spoke about moments ago. Great play, Mitch Creek. Jawai didn't have him on the body. Couldn't quite hold on to it. It'll stay with the Taipans. Pete Hawley, courtside. What do you got, mate?
Yeah, guys, I was listening to Adam Ford in the last 2 timeouts, and the first one that Simon Mitchell called after the Taipans went on to run, he was thrilled. He said, our energy's terrific. He said, we need to look after the ball, keep playing on that energy, keep making the focus of Big Nate. Even if he doesn't get the ball, at least look for him. And that timeout was completely different. He said, everything I just said, you completely ignored. You turned the ball over, the energy was flat, you need to get back to what was working well.
Pete Hawley, Melbourne United, a championship player courtside at the Gippsland Indoor Sports Stadium.
See the sweat pouring off Big Nate Jawai, as it usually does, but all accounts very hot in that gym tonight. So we saw Mitch Creek throwing the pickle juice back moments ago here late in the 3rd quarter. Interesting to see how it impacts. Of course, these Taipans coming off that really long extended break, haven't played before tonight since New Year's Eve. See how well they run this thing out.
McCall attacks the 1-3-1 zone. While the layup was unsuccessful, Nate Jawai was able to get on the offensive glass, pick up a foul. He'll go to the foul line 4-2. As Cam Glidden picks up his 4th. Tell you what, these shooters' rolls and that nice little bounce they're getting on this ring down at Gippsland. I reckon players might be real keen to head down there. It's great for the lead. There you go. Chinks the roll, but 1 of 2 for Jawai. Leads back to 10. Adnam back in. Shot clock's down to 7. Ashley's picked up the dribble, needs a bailout. It's Adnam who gets it. I said in the first half, he loves this situation. Ashley took away his opportunity by nudging the defender away. And another offensive foul. That's 3 in the quarter for the South East Melbourne Phoenix. 2 of those attributed to Brandon Ashley.
And credit to Jim McCall. Good effort out there on the perimeter, just taking away the passing angles to Kyle Adnam and then fighting out. He slips under that one and then, again, just cops a little extra contact. Sells it well, gets the whistle. We're going the other way.
Leads at 10. Simon Mitchell not impressed.
Can't catch a break any game. And all I'm saying with a break is like, I'm going 50-50 straight.
Jawai takes a seat. Zimmerman comes back in, 8 points, 5 boards. For the big man who leads the league in rebounds in NBL22 in his 4 games. Pressure again up the floor has been the catalyst to these turnovers for the Taipans. They're able to break it down here. McCall guarded by Adnam. Shot clock's at 8. Just lobbed it up for Zimmerman. It was a little unrealistic. The big man just comes off the bench. Tried to throw it amongst the trees. In the end, another turnover. 17 on the night, and the lead stays at 10.
Boys. Ahead.
Adnam. Pinot, Craig.
Jeez. That was a worry.
It was.
It could have gone awfully wrong. Majuk Deng up in the air. And Creaky
just gets him
underneath
on the
him. Deng's leg gets him on the shoulder, the neck area. Luckily, Deng comes down okay. Everyone's all right.
They look all right now. Number 40, no name on the back of the jersey, Lockie Barker. Makes his first appearance in the NBL. Of course, they'd had a couple of wonderful years in the NBL 1 in the Frankston Blues. Played himself into the radar of NBL teams and gets an opportunity tonight. His first time. Liam, it's a COVID replacement player.
COVID replacement player? Yeah, as you say, did excellent work. Geez, sloppy play from the Phoenix. Good pressure from the Taipans. Good to see him get an opportunity.
And can flat out shoot the pill.
Of course, played with the Phoenix in the pre-season. Got some minutes there, and he was suited up for the Sydney Kings a couple of times back in the day. Never got any burns. So congratulations to the young man. His first NBL minutes today.
McCall gets in, takes a little bump. No, it's going to be an offensive foul on Zimmerman. And the referees have been hot in the offensive fouls and the movement of the big man in particular, and a little clear out there by Zimmerman. Referee onto it. Couple of fouls on the night. For the big number 33. Into the last minute, 10-point lead. Adnam, little two-man game with Craig. Can't get it to him, gets it to Pinot. In the end, found it really easy to get a little left shot put shot up. It was short from about 4 foot. They'll get another shot, the Phoenix. 12 seconds between the shot and game clock. Nartai, great pass to Zimmerman. Took his moment, was able to lay it up. He's got 10, he's in the double figures, and the lead's in the single figures.
It was a nice play from Jordan Nartai. Good read to slip out of that screen, and then good vision and hands. Whip that pass around to the big fella and finish underneath. Here you see Nartai feel the overplay from Brokoff and then senses the help from Dane Pinot. Well executed.
Pete Hawley is courtside. Quick little break in the game there, Hawes. What do you got?
Well, fellas, Majuk Deng's just come off with, slipped on the floor with a little bit of a tweak of the groin, it looks like. And I tell you what, at the start of this game, it was a very hot day here in Gippsland, and a lot of the guys are sweating. The young floor wipers definitely earned their check tonight, because it wasn't for the cool change at halftime. It was mighty hot around here.
Thank you. We'll keep an eye on that. Majuk Deng, the Taipans need him. They're in an 8-point hole at three-quarter time. Is he going to be okay? Can the Taipans get the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, who come in lead by 8? We're going to find out on the other side of this. Gippsland locals have packed it out. The Gippsland Original Indoor Sports Centre has sent a good game. It's the South East Melbourne Phoenix by 8. 10 minutes to go, but plenty to get into it. As the Taipans keep hanging around, it was a 15-point lead halfway through the third quarter. For the Phoenix, Mitch Creek's been dominant. You can pretty much cut, copy and paste that each and every game he steps on the floor. But we've got a good one here, Liam Santamaria.
We sure do. Good job from the Taipans in that third quarter, especially defensively. Keanu Pinder sparked it with his energy and activity, steals and blocks, and they limited the Phoenix to just 15 in that third term. As a result, it's a single-digit game.
McCall takes a little bounce. He's going to be able to get that to go. Takes the hit, finishes it with a finger roll, tells his teammates how nice of a move that was. We all agree. And a potential three-point play opportunity.
As sloppy as the Taipans have been with the ball with 18 turnovers, this could potentially be a 5-point game. They are still in a position to win the game.
They've been outshot, both percentage-wise and quantity. They've turned the pill over, as you touched on, and somehow there's still a big sniff. This man can try and change it. No good on the first attempt. Now it's Creek. Takes the bump. Good to see Majuk Deng back out there after Pete Hawley spoke a little bit about a slight injury concern. Great take by Barker. Couldn't finish it. Pinot keeps it alive. He's made a living of that. And it leads to
this man from the land of plenty is on fire. 50% you said, Liam. 50% he's shooting.
Stroking it.
That was tightly contested.
Well, 2 of 3 tonight. He's got
nothing
20.
but net.
McCall the other end just rattles it out. Then it falls to the hands of the man of the moment, Creek. They're backpedaling again. Risky by Pinder just to backpedal and allow him to find it in some rhythm. He couldn't get it to go down. That's a shocking pass. Turnover number 19 for the Taipans. And they continue to shoot themselves in the foot. And a great pass. Great pass inside. Creek uses the right hand, kisses it off the window. The lead is back to double figures.
22 points, 10 of 14 from the field. Mitch Creek continues to impress in NBL22.
Zimmerman keeps it alive. It'll stay on the ground. That'll be on Pinot.
We're talking about his three-point shooting, Mitch Creek. It's on a big volume, too. Geez, there's Creaky dealing, well, it's his own sweat, really, as he slips on that floor, but comes in, shooting, it's 47% in advance of this game. He's been loitering, he's up 55 a game or two ago as is that Majuk Deng?
Majuk Deng
steps up and knocks that one down. He's 3 of 8 from outside now. 3 of 6, sorry. Jeez, my eyes all over the shop. But Creaky on about 6 attempts per game. So the stroke has really, really improved as a result of a lot of hard work, a lot of reps during the off-season. And you just cannot leave that man open out there.
Okay, here we go. You can run here, Mitch.
Leads at 8. Barker with some 4-quarter minutes on his debut, but Mitch Creek says, mate, I'll just keep ticking the scoreboard over. You can stay out here.
It's money time now.
It is. It's back to 11, 24 points. Nothing better when you talk someone up, and on cue, they just continue to deliver. Zimmerman. He needs to deliver now. Gets in. That is a travel. Or did he take that bump first, which forced him into it? There's some confusion. Might have taken the bump from Dane Pinot first, forcing that extra step.
It's 4 personals on Dane Pinot. Simon Mitchell thinks about how he might respond. Brandon Ashley, he's got 3. You see the foul trouble. Glidden and Pinot on 4. Tarongi and Ashley on 3. Pinder, those 3 first half fouls, done such a great job in this second half. Not only staying out there, but having an impact defensively, despite them hanging over his shoulder.
Here we go. Burger time.
Little man still shattered.
Well, quivering bottom lip.
He loves his burgers, as we all do from Hungry Jack's. Zimmerman breaks his heart there as he hits the back end of the two. Broke off. Got it. He's having a nice night. He's got 14 on it. The lead is 12. Pinder, mismatch on Adnam, just goes straight through him, but runs in to Dane Pinot, who says, not this time.
Good help deep by the big fella. Saw the mismatch, needed to help out his teammate, Adnam. Gets a block.
Shot clock at 6. McCall tries to get the defenders napping. Did it come off a hand? Might have been Kyle Adnam's mitt. It'll stay with the Taipans. Pete Hawley courtside.
Well, fellas, keep an eye on the next few minutes because the Jim McCall during that previous free throw was just yelling at every player saying, I'm taking Mitch Creek. I don't care who was put their hand up. He knows that Mitch Creek's ready to break this game open and end it, so he's put his hand up saying, I've got to slow him down.
Well, there you go. Somebody needs to put their hand up. Mitch Creek's such a tough cover. We've spoken about it all night, but those last few possessions, just too strong. Puts it on the floor, drops that left shoulder into the body and just creates enough space to get his little righty runner off the glass. So to Jim McCall, as Pete reports, taking the responsibility of trying to slow him down.
Which I have no doubt Mitch Creek will relish the challenge of going up against his former teammate. He's had a big night. Referees confer.
Thank you.
Creek just... Yeah, he is. He's definitely asking what happened at half-time with the hair.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to get these players mic'd up a bit more, I think. Here's McCall. Little short. Brockhoff with the rebound. The lead stays at 12. There's McCall, he wanted it. He's got the matchup on Creek. Little switch now on to Barker. Shot clock into single figures. Barker, oh, just tried to leave it for
That's
Creek.
just great on-ball defense.
Barker is just a little smarter, just a little bit more poised, just to say, okay, yes, they've switched. The mismatch is not for me. Mismatch is for Mitch Creek.
Yeah.
Let's move the ball, find him on the box. Instead, he takes on an excellent on-ball defender into Jim McCall and the turnover result.
McCall kicks it out. Leads at 12. It's a tough pass from Majukdeen. That is turnover number 21 for the Taipans. I know it sounds like we're harping on it, but we just mention it every time they turn it over, which has been almost all night. Did I give him one extra? Did I leave? It's only on 20?
Well, 21 will...
It feels like 21.
Season high for any team this season, so they want away from that. When you think about it, with that kind of number, they're actually lucky to be anywhere near this game, and the Phoenix now pulling it away. Adam Ford calls for time. Down 14 all of a sudden.
Brandon Ashley is in the double figures, and he was inserted into the starting lineup late, and he's helped the lead. $14-point lead. I was just going to say, Brandon Ashley in a situation where he got inserted. He hasn't been around the team for a great deal. Of course, only been signed a couple of weeks ago. But his aggressiveness and the fact he's been a focal point at a lot of this game is really impressive to see, Homicide.
It is no Joe Chi. Steps up comfortably. 18 minutes of action. 4 of 6 from the field. 10 points. A couple of rebounds. But he's inserted himself into this team and played well.
Yeah, Dane Pinot's impact as well. 0 for 4 from the field, but 4 offensive rebounds, 4 extra possessions for his team just through his energy and activity on the offensive glass. 2 steals, a block. Those 2 guys holding the fort in the absence of the Chinese superstar.
And it's led to a 14-point lead. Point lead. And this is something that we'll continue to talk about. If you think you can shoot a full court shot in an NBL game, homicide, yes or no?
No.
Head to the NBL website, though. Anyway, do it. Win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And don't worry if your first shot misses, homicide. Good news is you get a second one from half court for $50K.
I'm not hitting that either.
Okay. That's the type of positive thinking that no one should have. If you get the opportunity, make sure you enter as Kenny for three knocks it down out of the timeout.
Great response.
Huge.
Out of the huddle for the Taipans. They managed their way through the pressure, got an open look in the corner. Just keeps the dream alive.
McCall 8 assists, go with his 13 points. Barker couldn't finish on Deng. That lead stays at 11. McCall tries to split through the defender. I think Brandon Ashley might have just got him with the knee. And that's a great look by McCall. As Pete Hawley mentioned earlier, the floor wipers been earning their check tonight as they have a look with sweat all over the floor again. It's been good tonight, Jared Kenny off the bench in 23 minutes, 6 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. The lead's 11. They've hung around.
To keep this thing interesting.
They've hung around.
To keep it interesting, they need a basket right now. There's a lot of time left in this game.
An eternity. Kenny, Nartai, Deng, Jawai, and McCall. On the floor for the Taipans. For the Phoenix, it's Glidden, Mumford, Smith-Milner, Brokoff and Creek. So we see the 55 wearing the Phoenix jersey there. 24 points, 8 boards.
4 steals.
He's been a menace all night again.
Missed 4 shots.
He doesn't take any bad shots. His shot selection. On a pretty warm evening in Traralgon. Plenty of sweat flying around. And away we go. Kenny to inbound. He gets it back from Deng. Shot clock at Deng. Here's Jawai, 1-on-1 with Smith-Milner. No double team comes, which means in the end, Jawai was able to get to where he wants, and Smith-Milner had almost nothing else but to do to hit the big arm and send him to the foul line.
You said it, Cap. No double team comes. Can't guard that guy. Single coverage down there. Too big, too strong. For Tori Smith-Milner. Jawai knew it. Couple of crab dribbles. Or bumps into the chest. And at that point, he's right in front of the bucket. I spoke about former Taipan Matt Smith from the Gippsland area. I tell you, he would have experienced a few bumps and bruises from Big Nate over the years at practice.
Second one's in and out.
Okay, no problem, jump in.
Look at him mopping it. Leads the league in perspiration, Nate Jawai, and they just are carrying a towel around near him right now as the heat in that building making things difficult for the big fella.
McCall trying to snaffle some of the check from the floor wipers to do a wonderful job in every venue around Australia, part of NBL22.
Do we have any more towels or something?
Needs a 10. We need more towels in Gippsland. The only man on the joint right now not willing to get on his hands and knees and mop up some sweat is Pete Hawley. Hawls, if you're not going to get out there, tell us something.
Well, fellas, firstly, I'm glad that I chose a black shirt tonight because if it was white, it'd be see-through, and I'm not ready for that kind of show just yet. But Nate Jawai just there was bending over to try and help clean the floor, but as he was bending over, more sweat was dripping off his head, just making the job even harder. I'll tell you what, this whole atmosphere is incredible down here. The fans are absolutely loving seeing NBL hoops in Gippsland. They're loud. They're loving seeing Ryan Brokoff go off, Mitch Creek do his thing, and it's just an all-around great atmosphere.
Little glimpse here there. Halls do look like he's sweating a little bit. I haven't seen you sweat like that since you retired. Here's Mumford. Pulls up off the screen, off the right-hand dribble. Can't hit it, McCall. Lost it for a split second. Jawai. Perfect timing. The lead is 9. Still half of the fourth quarter to go. McCall surveys his options. Creek. Glidden turned it down. Mumford took a little bump. McCall tried to take it in the numbers, but I think he was still moving to his right.
Draw the offensive foul there to Jim McCall. And down the other end, that's, you see, sliding. Takes a hit in the chest. Blocking foul call. Down the other end, does his 9th turnover. That's more than anybody has had at any point in NBL22 before tonight. 13 points, 8 assists, 9 turnovers. There you see. So he's 2 assists and a turnover away from a triple-double.
There's plenty of time to get that.
Did you ever have one of those types of TDs?
Of course.
The stat man all over you, Corey. 19 points, 12 boards.
Loaded question, wasn't it? Loaded question.
The Breakers.
I've also had a triple-double.
Yeah.
I tell you what. That cheap stuffer. And to Jim McCall, of course, leading the league in assists. And he's just going to add to that average tonight, but they have been loose with it. 21, that equals as a team now the highest of any squad this season. Look at the margin, or single-digit margin with that many throwaways. What could have been?
You're the #1 journo in the game, Liam. What can you tell us about Scott Machado? That foot, and they've kind of been able to dodge a little bit of a bullet due to the lack of games that Taipans have played, as frustrating as that has been. They haven't missed him for as many games as they were slated to when he first got hurt. What are you hearing?
Not a lot. There's a tricky spot at the back of the heel. It's sort of like the base of the Achilles. You just got to be really careful with that area. And there hasn't been any word from the Taipans yet about him being back out there. Didn't make this trip, but shout out to him. No doubt watching on from home.
No doubt.
Right now, cheering on his boys. And we can't wait to see him back out there.
That's a good point. It's not just the Cairns Taipans fans who want to see him back out there. It's neutral sports fans and basketball fans around the country. He's an entertainer and he does it at the highest level. 11 the difference. They've hung around, but they just haven't been able to land the big blow when they get their opportunities. Can Nartai change that? He can't. Brokoff runs it down. 8 of 22 from the three-point line tonight are the Taipans. Smith-Milner couldn't kiss it off the window. Now McCall. What have they got left in the tank here, Cairns? Nartai, different side of the court, different result. Nothing but net. Leads back to 8, 5 for Jordan Nartai.
Plenty of basketball left to play in this game. Can they string along some stops?
Glidden was hot in the first half, continues it here. Goes right back at Jordan Nartai's triple. He's got 12, lead back to 11.
This is what we haven't seen from Cam Glidden this season. 2.5 points per game before tonight. Kenny responds. Keeps the Taipans alive. Time's starting to get away from them a little bit, but as Corey says, still enough to make a run if they can get some stops.
Lead is 8, as it was at three-quarter time. Creek, guarded by McCall. He wanted him, he's got him. He made him give it up there. Shot clock's now down to 6. Mumford uses the Smith-Milner screen twice. And in the end, gets a little tap for his worries, and he'll go to foul line for a couple. There's Nartai stepping up and knocking that down. He's feeling it. And then Kenny. Back-to-back 3 balls from the Taipans, but sandwiched in between them was that look from Cam Glidden in the corner. 4 of 6 from long range for him. And just interesting to see these lineups with Adam Ford sticking with Nate Jawai out there. Simon Mitchell's leaving both Brandon Ashley and Dane Pinot on the bench. He just returns to Brandon Ashley now. So he ran with some minutes there with Smith-Milner as a big, strong body to try to manage Nate Jawai. But now he's going to go with Ashley, who has that ability to shoot it from the perimeter a little bit. See if that can make things difficult for Jawai at the defensive end.
Bang, bang, bang.
Second one short. Mumford with 12 tonight. Mitch Creek, he loves it.
Brandon Ashley with that help. Good block.
Lamb spoke about it a split second ago about what he can do offensively, but
both of them blocked that.
Absolutely. Tough shot by McCall, trying to make things happen. But you go in there, that's the risk you do run, Corey Homicide Williams.
Good defense, good team defense. Phoenix, that possession.
Shot clock at 17. Leads at 9. Here is McCall. Has 2 options. Goes away from Jawai, runs straight into Mumford. Simon Mitchell says that's got to be an offensive foul. We look. I think it's been called. Yeah, it's been called a block. Now Simon Mitchell wants to coach's challenge it.
On first glance, I think that's a good decision. Xavier Mumford picked which way Jim McCall was going. And he's going to call the timeout, use the coach's challenge, and say, let's have a bit of a look at that, because it looked like he slid his feet, took it right down to the numbers. Here you go. Oh, he drops that right shoulder. Makes contact. McCall says it's a flop.
50-50. We are, as Liam mentioned earlier, we're only seeing a couple of the angles. The crew, led by Scott Butler, on location tonight at Traralgon. We've got all the bells and whistles to take us through.
That looks like a charge.
And make a decision. It is tight. You're seeing Simon Mitchell and the crew look straight around to the lap. Oh.
You know, as I look at that more times, I think I agree with Jim McCall. He did, but there was minimal contact in the end. You see, watch him, he's not a lot of contact, and he's going down. And I just feel like over the course of the season, we've seen these situations when it gets referred to the replay center, they don't want to reward the flop.
Now, Simon Mitchell asked earlier that if there's a challenge and it's not a charge, can you give a flop warning? Well, there could be some irony here, because as we wait to see what happens, it may go that particular way. Here we go.
Yeah, the coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call is confirmed. We have a blocking foul on 5 black and 2 shots to 22 white.
There you go.
The challenge is so they lose their timeout and their challenge. 2 shots, unsuccessful.
There's the explanation. Unsuccessful. Block. Stays with the original call. No flop warning, which is what McCall wants.
The replay or anything like that. I just get all the feedback through.
But I'll dare say he's happy with the 2 shots.
Come from the replay center. Yeah, I'm not looking at the camera angles or...
First one's good.
That's a chance to make this a 7-point game.
They hanging around.
Plenty of time left. Can they get stops?
He let out with his arm, first contact with his hand.
That's the big question mark.
7-point game.
Ashley. Mumford. Long shot, long rebound. Was able to run down his own gear. Couldn't finish it. Keeps it alive again. Might have just landed.
They get a stop.
Big stop. Big stop. Lead 7. 2.5 to go.
Cairns have to find a way to get the ball in the Jawai, run a high-speed roll, attack. They're in the bonus.
Here is Jawai, McCall. They look gassed. He just shoots a straight-on 3. It stays a little bit short. Falls to Brandon Ashley, and the lead stays at 7 as we near the 2-minute mark.
They need something better than that. The Taipans. It's not a high percentage shot to Jim McCall. Plenty of time on the shot clock there. Try and make a play.
Shot clock to 7. Mumford, little pocket pass to Ashley. Runs into Jawai. He's down, so you've got a 5-on-4 opportunity if the Taipans can make it work. Kenny. Ashley gets back. Jawai wants it one-on-one in the post with Creek, and now he gets it. Again, no double team. Good D by Creek. Oh, better offense, I thought, by Jawai. Just rattles out. 2 straight empty possessions by the Taipans.
The strength of Mitch Creek coming to fruition right there. Able to hold his position and force Jawai into a tough look.
You can't even ask for a better shot than that.
Creek to shut the gate. Can't. Jawai snaffles the board. Now they'll push. Time is against them, though, so they're going to have to work fast. Jawai had that stripped by Creek. Creek McCall. McCall just reaches in. He wants to plead his case. He wants to go upstairs. He's saying coach's challenge, but if you're a Taipans fan right now or part of that coaching crew, the air probably just out of the hot air balloon right now.
22nd turnover. As it slips through Nate Jawai's hands, he instantly wipes his hands on his shorts, which for most people you say, well, you're just making a bit of an excuse. For the big fella, understandable with how much he's perspiring in that building, but the result is that the Phoenix take it away and storm it down the other end of the floor.
Let's have a look.
Good hands.
I think he might have got him on the arm.
Okay, the coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call is confirmed. We have 2 shots to white 55.
They have a crack at it. Adam Ford was successful earlier with the coach's challenge and an out of bounds in the first half. Mitch Creek will go to the foul line. He's had a big night. We've harped on about it, but when he does what he does, and so often, we're going to continue to talk about it. 24 points, 8 boards.
6 steals.
6 steals. Throw a couple of assists in as well. And now we'll go to the foul line with 61 seconds left.
Mitch
Might
Creek,
get even tougher.
Mitch Creek has played 37 minutes and hasn't slowed up at all. He is in shape. Talking about a hot gym. Doesn't look like it.
Is he the current MVP of the league?
Look at Vic Law.
Well, they've got 2 guys there. I mean, if it's not Mitch
Look at Cotton.
If it's not Mitch Creek, I'd lean towards Cotton right now, but Creaky would have to well and truly be right in that mix.
He's definitely in the mix.
No, you hit him in the face. No, you hit him in the face.
McCall, a little shook up, helped by his teammates.
It's Becky Jeezy's battle to Jim McCall. Continuing to attack. There he cops the hit from Brokoff, so he's going to go to the free throw line. These guys haven't been on the floor for a real basketball game since New Year's Eve. 25, 26 days ago. That's a long time. He comes out here, he's working on his 35th minute, and has carried a really big load. Yeah, it's been inefficient with all those turnovers. But 15 points, 9 assists as well. You can't question the heart and the effort of Tajir McCall.
I'm really looking forward, Homicide, to seeing him paired with Scott Machado on a regular basis, because they are going to be fun to watch and they're going to be tough to get guard and handle.
I am as well. Oh, little man still sad.
I feel like going down to Gippsland and buying him a hamburger because it's broken his heart on a number of occasions. As the Taipans have flirted with giving burgers away, but haven't done it tonight, all thanks to Hungry Jacks. Great pass. Craig just mishandled for a split second, went back and got it, as did Brandon Ashley, who puts a lid on the shot and a lid on the game, and that will do it. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, as much as the Taipans have battled, are just going to fall a little bit short. The team from Cairns in their first hit out remarkably as we end near the end of January in 2022, their first game. Have a look at this. Homicide, talk us through.
Nice finish by the big fella. Mitch Creek goes up strong, unsuccessful, but his big man, Ashley, cleans it up for his 12th point and 4th rebound in 22 minutes.
Takes a seat, fouled out. Joe Chi, if you are just joining us, you've missed an entertaining game. So I don't know where you've been, but Joe Chi with non-COVID illness, as Pete Hooley reported. Brandon Ashley into the starting 5 and only his 2nd game for the Phoenix, and he's delivered in spades. While he does foul out there, he's been brilliant tonight. 12 points, 4 boards. And being that usual lengthy menace on defense, which we came to know well last year at the Breakers. Leads at 6. That'll be uncruel. Simon Mitchell just questioning the foul. If it was before the ball had been released. The referee says it was in. Lead stays at 6. Turangi nonchalantly just snaffles it late, but they're going to try and run time out here, Phoenix. Kenny just fouls Mitch Creek. That'll be his 4th. 22 turnovers. They've been outshot from the field. 41% from the three-point line. They've been able to get a little hot in the second half. Phoenix have dominated statistically all night. Yet the Taipans have hung around. But while it does feel they're going to fall a little bit short, Homicide, it's something they can build on as they look to get Machado, Quatnoy and Jerry back into this lineup. McCall for 3, long, kept alive. Quall, he's going to let it fly as he's done a number of occasions. That short. Mumford, will they foul? They will. They're going to be on deck.
Definitely something to build on. The turnover issues have been there for the Taipans at times throughout this season. And of course, no Scott Machado, it's a big part of it. You're just trying to, he's your ball handler, your playmaker, the guy you lean on to control the tempo. There's Brandon Inga, Taipans development player, checks in, 13 seconds to play. Good to see him back out there. He's been injured, but they really need to tidy that up. This will be their 3rd game this season with 20+ turnovers. That's just way too many. One of those games, remarkably, they won against Tasmania. But tonight, it's those first half turnovers in particular, put them behind the 8 ball.
Munford makes both. There's another turnover with the Hail Mary. Yes, Corey. As it has been a big win for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They've had to scrap. It hasn't always been pretty, but a 10-point win in the end. 87-77. That man, Mitch Creek, was again huge. A monstrous night. Everyone in Gippsland, they packed the rafters out. And I'm pretty certain that man, yes, I'm right, 26 points, Footlocker player of the game, 26 points, 8 boards, couple assists, 6 steals. Mitch Creek continues to lead his team to another W in the best possible way.
Great effort by the leader. Good effort on the road. You can call this on the road because we're in Gippsland. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix get it done collectively. They did a really good job defensively.
Big win, but thanks to Footlocker.
Got it
Mitch
done.
Creek was outstanding. Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix. Nice little double here. The win in Tasmania on Sunday to go down to Gippsland and hold on to a home away from home court. Get it done as Mitch Creek talks to his troops about what they need to do next to continue to build and what has been a nice start to the year. There you go, Mitch Creek really happy with it. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix are happy with it. Gippslanders are happy with it. They've turned out enforcers. It's been an interesting start to the year, boys, but I think everyone, and I speak for everyone when I say, we're all in.
We're all in.
We're all in.
That's ridiculous. For 5.
We're all in.
You just can't keep a good man down. Jets upstairs for Josh Adams.
We're all in.
We're all in. He went to the next level. Quick took it away. We have got ourselves a game.
We're all in.
We're all in. We're all in. Hooks it. It's up to bucket. He can't stop him. Oh, my goodness.
We're all in.
This is next level.
It was an entertaining 4 quarters in Gippsland. Hungry Jack's highlights. Majuk Dan, well, he started the night the same way his year's been going. Jared Kenny was great off the bench for the Taipans. We'll get to Mitch Creek in a moment. Brandon Ashley had the start. Was good. Kyle Adnam doing Kyle Adnam things, getting the shooter's roll there. And Ryan Brockhoff, when this game was there to be broken open in the second quarter, he did exactly that. Ashley Wright and Zimmerman, he had a nice night. And this man, Wood Creek, Footlocker player of the game, Liam Santa Maria, and he just continues to be good. McCall valiantly tried so hard, but it was Mitch Creek's night again and lead to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix dub.
Well, he was outstanding. Game high 26 for Creek, 8 rebounds, a career high 7 steals. They had 5 guys in double figures. Brandon Ashley was one of those, but importantly, so was Xavier Mumford, Cam Glidden, and Ryan Brockhoff. 3 guys on the perimeter that they're always looking to get going. McCall, 16, 5 and 9, but also 9 turnovers. And Majuk Dang, he had some moments, but not quite enough of them. And look at the team stats. Shooting percentage is pretty even.